everybody, welcome back to the Craft Beer Hub. We have got day number 15 of the Trembling Madness Advent Calendar. The beers are really getting good now. We've had a couple of, 3, 4, 5 out of 5s in a row. The beers have genuinely been that good. Really, they've been that good. Like, from the bottom of my heart, they've been that good. I know my enthusiasm gets away with me, or takes me away a little bit, but they have been cracking the beers. Right, day number 15. What have we got? Make it a good one. Come on, let's keep this thing rolling. Right, okay. What have we got? We have got what, on the face of it, appears to be a Christmas take on one of the modern great beers for me. It is from Brass Castle, and it's called Christmas Kitty. I think there's been a few iterations of Kitty. I think there's been about certainly at least 3, maybe 4 or 5. Bad Kitty for me is the original. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't drunk a lot of Brass Castle, but I had a Bad Kitty from what bottle shop was it? I think it was a bottle shop down in Bournemouth that I went to, and it was absolutely delicious. This is a festive vanilla porter at 5.5%. Look at that. I'll tell you what, you'd see that on the shelf, you wouldn't even know. You'd look at that and you'd go, Brass Castle. The Brass Castle guys, we bumped into them at Beerex up in Liverpool in March. Jeez, getting on for a year ago now, that was. Oh my God. My first soiree out with the YouTube boys. And they were actually on a train, and you knew who they were because they walked through the train. We took the train from Huddersfield out to Liverpool, and there was like 3 or 4 of these guys dressed in like dark denim and mohawks. And John, I didn't know at the time, and John from Lords, I was with him, and he said, "That's the Bad Kitty boys." And I was like, that kind of makes sense. So let's see what we've got. I've just washed out my elusive glass. Let's see what we've got. It's, like I say, vanilla porter at 5.5%, festive beer. Lovely spit from the can. Lovely. The can's really giving us a nice show. Smoky can opening. I had a porter a couple of beers ago, and it was an India porter to be precise. A little bit different to this, from Elusive actually, whose glass I've got here. There we go. Yeah, and the porter was absolutely delicious. What have we got then? Wow, looks really good again. 1.5 to 2 finger, slightly off-white brown head, tight brown head. Jet black beer in the glass. Not a whole lot of light bleeding through that at all. I can't see the carbonation. Very similar looking beer to the last one a couple of beers ago, and like I said in the last one, this looks cracking. Let's get a nose then, see what we got. Wow, lovely sweet spice cinnamon, nutmeg. It smells amazing. Cinnamon and nutmeg for me. There is maybe a subtle hint of ginger in there. But you are getting a beautiful coffee, and the vanilla's absolutely in there. The spices are the first thing to think of because it smells really spicy. A sort of boozy chocolate. The vanilla's absolutely in there. It smells really good. I'm getting huge cinnamon off of this. It smells amazing. What percentage was it? I always do this. 5.5 was it? Yeah, 5.5. Brilliant. Let's go in. Cheers, everybody. That's good. That's good. Wow. Spice at the back. I'm not too good with my spices. I'm not the biggest. I like a sort of Liebkuchen, Pfeiffer sort of biscuit. But generally speaking, with the spices, I'm not overly bothered. But this is quite nice. It's a lot thinner than the beer that was two previous to this one. But the chocolate and the vanilla are absolutely in there. It's not overly roasty, the roasted malts from this. It's ever so slightly biscuity. But the spices are absolutely in there. It's kind of got... But I'm not the biggest fan of it, if I'm honest. I need to nail this. What I'm going to say, because it's not an off flavour. It's probably a flavour from the beer. So we go. It's kind of got a slight minty, ever so slightly at the end, mentholy thing. But I'm not the biggest fan of it, if I'm honest. But the rest of the beer is really well put together. The spices are absolutely in there. You would drink this, you'd drink a blind can of this and you'd know it's a festive stout. The cinnamon's in there, the nutmeg's in there. But the middle part of the beer is a weird minty mentholy thing for me. It's hard to describe. It's only just in there, but it's enough. It's got an almost medicinal sort of TCP. I'm not saying that the beer tastes like TCP. I'm not. It's a medicinal mentholy thing. That's the only thing I can describe it to. Yeah. I don't think it's their best. I had Bad Kitty and there was another one. Was it just called Kitty? Was the original beer called Kitty? And the Bad Kitty was... I don't know. Bad Kitty's what I'm comparing this to. Bad Kitty was a better beer for me than this. Like I said, I'm not overly bothered about the spicy stuff. But that slightly medicinal, and you do get, sometimes that's overly spicy things do taste kind of medicinal, don't they? But there's a lovely, slightly bitter roasted bitterness at the end. Very thin on the mouthfeel, like I said before. And the kind of lasting flavour is sort of chocolate and a slight hint of roasted coffee. I think it's all right. I think I'm a bit funny with that type of flavour. Those kind of perfumey, medicinal, semi-medicinal, or what I would consider medicinal sort of flavours. I'm a bit funny with them. But there is a lot of qualities in this beer. There really is. God, look at my hair. Look. Oh my God. It really hurts wearing this hat. It really hurts because it's such a tight hat. So I've got a bowling ball head. But yeah, not their best work for me. Let's have a quick look at the can before I rate it. A robust porter enhanced with vanilla and festive spices. Ingredients: water, malted barley, malted wheat, malted oats, hops, yeast, vanilla, festive spices. They're from Yorkshire. No, they're not. Yeah, they are. Malton in Yorkshire. Malton, yeah. Yeah. Not their best work for me. I think I've had some cracking Brass Castle beers. I had a really good... Was it called like Pay It Forward or something? A really good pale from them with green stripe. Yeah. Overall, not really for me. I think there's a lot of quality in this beer, but it's really, really not for me. And it's personal. That is personal. I'm going to give that a 3 out of 5. I think there's a lot of qualities in that beer. There's just a couple of minor details in their beer that I just really don't care for. But yeah, I've got to be honest. Thanks, Brass Castle. I'm sure people would absolutely love this beer. It just probably wasn't for me. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Brass Castle, they're brilliant, aren't they? They are brilliant normally. Get in the comments if you've had this, and let me know if you've liked it, because it's probably just a slight sort of angle on this beer that just isn't for me, that's putting me off a little bit. Like and subscribe if you'd be so kind, guys. I will see you on the next one. Cheers.